Hi, love. How are you tonight? Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch the replay of this video. If you are new to the page, a big hello to you. My name is Aubrey Daimler. I am an author, coach, and energy healer who helps women with endometriosis naturally manage pain, increase energy, and find peace with endo. So I posted a question to the page not too long ago, asking about what was something that you worried a lot about, and it ended up being not a big deal. And a lot of the responses that I saw rolling in from other endo sisters here in the Peace with Endo community was that you worry about a lot of things. There were so many replies to that question of everything. I worry about everything. So I wanted to chat a little bit about this emotion of worry tonight and a lot of the anxiety that can come when you live with endometriosis, and really getting to the root cause, the physical cause, so that you can start to alleviate some of that stuff. So if you are watching me live, go ahead and say hi. I'd love to know who's here. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and type replay in the comments. Let me know how it's going in your part of the world tonight. So first off, I think that when you live with endometriosis, or really any chronic mysterious condition like endo, it naturally is going to come with a bit of anxiety, right? Because it's a hidden condition, and so you can't see what's going on, right? The only way to fully diagnose endometriosis is through surgery, so it's already starting off in a bit of an invasive manner. Hey Christy, thanks for watching. So I think right off the bat, you're already going to have some anxiety living with endo because of that fact, right? You don't know what's going on. It's an invisible illness, so you may not, you may start to worry about some of the symptoms that can come up. You may be feeling worried about fertility issues. So there's a lot of like emotional stuff that can come along with the worry and the anxiety, naturally, I think, given the condition. But there is an underlying root cause of what's going on there, and that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. So it's the liver. I bet you could guess that that was what I was going to say, given the focus I've given the liver over the past several weeks. So your liver, we talked about this before, is one of the main filters in your body. So it's what's going to help clear your blood out of toxins, out of hormones, out of a lot of these things that are in the environment that we're picking up all the time through our products, through the foods that we're eating, through just breathing the air, right? My husband and I just got back from a walk, and it started to drizzle and to rain. And the first thought in my head is, oh my gosh, the rain's gonna flare me up. So just even being outside sometimes, you're picking up a lot of those toxins in your skin, you're breathing it in. So what happens when you live with a chronic illness, when you have something like endometriosis, is your liver is probably already going to be sluggish. When you get symptoms of chronic illness, that usually means that your liver is overburdened and it needs some help, right? Because of all of these things that we're intaking. And if your liver is already sluggish, what happens then are those toxins start to overflow, and your liver stops being able to work as well as it should, and then everything kind of filters back into your system. It gets absorbed in your tissues and in your cells, and not only does that cause inflammation in a physical manner, but it's also affecting you emotionally. So your liver is actually a storage depot of emotions. There's a lot of stuff that can come up in this important organ, and when it's getting overburdened and it's getting stressed and it's getting that kind of feeling that you may be feeling all the time, if you're worrying all the time or if you have that anxiety, that's a sign that your liver needs some love, because you've got too much stuff going on, all the toxins, all the everything that's inflaming your central nervous system. So that's impacting you on an emotional level as well. So I wanted to bring that to your attention tonight, because we're living in a toxic world, and you may not always notice that there's a lot of emotional components that are tied to that, right? You might just be thinking, oh, I'm having a bad day, or I'm just worrying and stressed about everything. But getting to this root cause and giving your liver some love and supporting this important organ is not only going to help you feel better physically, but it's going to help a lot of those emotions as well. So it's going to help calm some of that stuff down if your liver is working better in filtering out these toxins and the stuff that we're picking up from the environment. So another thing to consider as well with this, one thing that I'm guilty of and have been trying to pay attention to is just staying hydrated during the day. So there's different things that can dehydrate your body, but if you're in this chronically kind of dehydrated state, then you're also not flushing out a lot of that stuff, and your liver gets overburdened even more. So quick reminder to remember to drink your water. A good way to stay hydrated in the morning is with adding a little bit of lemon to your water. That's a great way to start the day. So I just wanted to share that message with you today after reading the responses on the question I asked a few days ago about this worry, about this anxiety that so commonly comes with endo. So just know that there is also a physical reason to that, and if you give your liver some love, you're going to start feeling better on that emotional level as well. And find peace with endo, right? So with that in mind, remember I am doing a free workshop right now called Love Your Liver. So this is designed to really give you a life with less pain, because when you support and love on your liver, there's a positive ripple effect that happens in your body so that you have less pain and more energy. So the workshop gives you a framework for naturally reducing pain, how to support your liver in the morning, and really giving you a framework to start to feel better on both the physical and emotional level. So if you haven't joined the workshop, it's not too late to do so. I'll drop a link in the comments, or you can head on over to peacewithendo.com, click on the events tab in the menu, and you can register there. So it's not too late to do so. I'm dropping the last video tomorrow, but you can still get caught up and watch all the videos in a row. So with that in mind, if you found this information to be helpful, please feel free to share this video with a friend or tag someone in the comments that you think would serve. And just remember that your liver needs some love. This is something you can do every day. So join me for the workshop if you're looking for a way to do that in a simple way you can address your liver every day. So again, I'll drop a link to that in the comments. There's still time to get in. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this did serve you, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your night. And I'm sending you all so much love. Mwah! We'll chat soon. Bye for now.